Yu-Gi-Oh! 10 Worst Archetype Support Cards. This is I think the first RATA video. This is from 10 years ago. October 2, 2015. More than 10 years ago, this video was made. And you know, I'm really curious to see what was Yugitubing back then. So let's just go and watch.
Greetings ladies and gentlemen, it's Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Here with a list of some really shitty cards. As you can probably see in the title of the video, which is like right down there, today's topic is cards that are part of an archetype but do
the mic quality is already crazy. You can tell already how much this channel has grown.
absolutely nothing to help that archetype whatsoever. This is not a list in any specific order, because that would mean I have to sort these cards by their objective crappiness, and I really don't feel like doing research just for that. If some of you are still confused as to what I'm talking about, let's immediately start off with number 1, Gravekeeper's Vassal. This is a dark level 3 spellcaster with 700 attack and 500 defense, and his effect
with a yo-yo music in the background. It's not yo-yo music, but you know it's a yo-yo reference, right? It's not the yo-yo song, but you know what I mean.
reads: any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is treated as effect damage instead. So what exactly do Gravekeepers focus on? Locking out the opponent's graveyard, searching themselves out. They're basically a halfway rogue tier, decently-ish anti-meta deck.
Wait, what? I don't understand. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is treated as effect damage instead? That sounds like it will work with certain stuff, but like, probably not in Gravekeepers.
What this guy does has absolutely no relevance to anything in the deck whatsoever. First of all, if his effect actually mattered for anything, his stats are way too pathetic to be of any real significance. And second of all, with just the existence of this effect, you're better off just running Okazi or Poison of the Old Man. At best, you'll be able to swing for 700 effect damage, which is something any decent burn deck can perform significantly better without even going into the battle phase. Alright, moving on ahead from that, we've got some aliens to talk about. Remember those? Probably not, because they
I don't remember. Dude, is this music gonna be a problem for the video? I don't know. This looks like a card that will be putting the anime protag in trouble for like 2 turns. So true!
never actually did anything. They were very much a control-oriented archetype, as in literally focused on taking control of the opponent's monsters. Somewhere along their lifetime they got a fairly decent synchro monster, which sadly wasn't enough to spark any competitive vibes into the deck's life. However, the card I wanna mention here is actually Alien Infiltrator. It's a level 2 Earth Reptile with 800 attack and 500 defense, and his effect reads: once per turn, this card can move to an adjacent unoccupied monster card zone. If no spell, trap, or monster card on your opponent's side of the field is in the same column as this card, it can attack your opponent directly.
Same column. Interesting. The interesting mechanic for this. Why are aliens Earth if they are not from Earth?
Immediately, this card reeks of Cyberdark Impact, a set that tragically tried introducing the column mechanic to the game, but nobody really cared, so that was quickly dropped. Along with Rampaging Rhinos, Storm Shooter, and Blasting Fuse, Alien Infiltrator is
I've never seen any of these cards. Dude, is Cyberdark Impact the worst thing that to ever existed? Is this the worst thing? Because they are from their Earth, eh? Ugh. Is Cyberdark Impact like the worst thing? Like every time that someone references the worst thing ever, it comes from Cyberdark Impact. It was another time, dude. I can't believe this.
Quickly dropped. Along with Rampaging Rhinos, Storm Shooter, and Blasting Fuse, Alien Infiltrator is just one of the cards that Konami tried to push the mechanic onto for no good reason, taking valuable set space that could have been used for better cards. Then again, better and Cyberdark Impact are terms that usually don't really go hand in hand. Continuing on to number 3, the entire Ice Barrier archetype.
Wait. What do you mean the entire archetype? What do you mean by that? I mean, how good can can it be with Cyber Dark Dragon as its face? I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
Okay, that's kinda unfair, but if I had to pick one of the 3 billion Ice Barrier cards that do jack shit for their own archetype, I'd have to say Royal Knight of the Ice Barrier. It's a level 5 Water Warrior with 2000 attack and defense, and his effect reads: when this card is tribute summoned, special summon 1 Ice Coffin token, Aqua type Water level 1 attack 1000 defense 0 in attack position to your opponent's side of the field. This token cannot be tributed for a tribute summon. You know what? He may certainly not be the worst among all of them, but the sheer audacity of requiring a tribute to give your opponent a free token and having really shitty stats for level 5 at that makes me cringe.
So I am guessing Ice Barrier doesn't do anything with the token in the opponent's field? Why does this exist then if there is no synergy with anything else? That's weird, right? Free link material to your opponent? Yeah, 10 years ago, definitely. Free link material.
I look at most other Ice Barrier monsters and ask myself...
It turns off imperm? You're so right, it turns off imperm.
What were they thinking? But I look at this guy and say, what the fuck were they thinking? Shame about the Ice Barriers, really. I mean, they have this amazing artwork and aesthetic and lore, but less synergy with each other than Ojama Dark Worlds. Alright, coming in at number 4 is Trojan Gladiator Beast.
Oh boy.
This is a normal trap card which effect reads: special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your hand to your opponent's side of the field, then draw 1 card. Well, since Thorax's nerf wasn't enough of a kick in the nuts for Gladiator Beast's draw power, they also got this ass of a card. On top of being inherently slow because it's a trap card, it also makes you go -1. Sure, you could give him something crappy that you can easily attack over, like Secutor, but that would imply that you have to run Secutor in the first place. If your Gladiator Beast really needs some deck thinning and draw power, just run Respite and Proving Grounds.
Yeah, what is the point of that? If they don't need it, okay. Scrap!
Number 5 is Atomic Scrap Dragon. It's a level 10 Earth Synchro Dragon type monster with 3200 attack and 2400 defense, and his effect reads: 1 Scrap Tuner plus 2 or more non-tuner monsters. Once per turn you can select 1 card you control and up to 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Destroy your selected card and return the opponent's cards to the deck. When this card is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, select 1 non-synchro scrap monster from your graveyard and special summon it.
It doesn't sound so bad.
Before we get into why this card isn't very good, let's take a look at its previous forms. Scrap Dragon. Stayed the level 8 staple in synchro decks for years since release, offers destruction on both sides of the field. Scraps benefit from being destroyed, so it offers the player advantage while putting the opponent at a disadvantage. Scrap Twin Dragon. Arguably even better in today's meta, since he offers returning 2 cards to the hand at the cost of destroying one of yours. Again, offers higher field clearing, but is harder to summon since he's level 9. By all sense of reason and logic, Atomic Scrap Dragon should shuffle 3 cards from the field into the deck, but some...
Okay, I get it. Like, I mean, it's not bad, right? It's just like it's not as good as the other ones that are easier to summon. Today's meta, I don't know about nowadays. Yeah, today's meta 10 years ago, obviously.
Someone thought that a level 10 monster that requires 3 monsters of a really slow archetype to be summoned shouldn't have an effect that good, so instead we got Transmigration fucking Prophecy. I'm gonna be honest, I was never really good at playing scraps, but I can damn well assure you that if I can make a level 10 synchro, it's not gonna be this guy while we still have Leo around.
What is Leo? This face-up card in the field cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect, except during your main phase 2. This also doesn't sound that good, but sure. I wonder what happened if there was Reiko Tail on that time. Well, there is a video about it actually, Pablo. There is a video by MBT, I'm pretty sure, that is like which cards will like completely destroy Yu-Gi-Oh if they were sent to the past, right? Like which modern cards or will be will destroy the game if they were sent 5 years back, basically. And that was a very interesting video. That was, maybe we can check it in the future. The lion does not concern himself with main phase 2. Oh my god, dude. Alright, let's see what's
Spot
next.
number 6 takes up a monster from an archetype dearly beloved by many, myself included, Battling Boxer Ripgardna. It's a level 3 fire warrior monster with 100 attack and 1400 defense, and his effect
music
is the following. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard, then target one Battling Boxer monster you control, banish it until your next standby phase. Alright, so let's just set aside for a moment that Boxers are primarily an Xyz focused archetype, and banishing your own Xyz monsters is Yu-Gi-Oh's equivalent of cleaning your motherboard with a water hose, as in you had good intentions but were too stupid to realize the consequences of your actions. And let's focus on the fact that this guy is also level 3 in an archetype.
Oh. You know what archetype wouldn't be strong in the past? Ash City? I don't even know what that is.
Dominated almost completely by level and rank 4 monsters. Extremely low effect benefit, no stat benefit, no level benefit, it's just shit. Whereas Rabbit Puncher could at least instant kill defending monsters, Ripgardna's effect is just way too absurdly situational to ever make the card worth running. Since Konami likes shitting on archetypes very dear to people, at number 7 is Blackwing, a Brawlhouse the Megaquake. A level 7 Dark Winged Beast monster with 2600 attack and 1800 defense with the following effect. Cannot be special summoned. This card cannot destroy monsters by battle. If this card battles a monster after damage calculation, return that monster to the hand. Once per turn during your main phase 1, you can have this card lose exactly 1000 attack, and if you do, return all cards in your opponent's spell and trap zone to the hand.
This is one of the worst cards I ever seen. What? Cannot destroy monster by battle, but it sends them to the hand. But it also cannot be a special summon. This requires 2 tributes for 2600 attack. And I guess it returns all of your opponent's spell traps to the hand, but you have to lose exactly 1000 attack. This is such a weird card. Grand Mode mocks this guy? Yeah, no, 100%. Requires 2 tributes, and you cannot special summon it. Wow.
Since being level 7 and not being able to destroy monsters wasn't enough of a sin, a Brawlhouse also cannot be special summoned, forcing you to tribute 2 monsters for its normal summon. You could make the argument that his bouncing effect gets rid of stronger monsters, but that means he needs to get destroyed as well, since he's very much destructible by battle. And then the black winged elephant in the room, the giant Trunade effect. Okay at first glance, but becomes completely underwhelming when you realize how much you've committed into actually pulling it off.
Yeah, there is a lot of cards that are easier to use that has like basically the same effect, right? So I don't know why this exists and why it's a Blackwing. I don't know. I guess you can because you can normal summon it, right? You get like extra normal summons. I guess.
Congratulations, you tributed 2 monsters for a giant Trunade with 1600 attack that cannot destroy monsters but gives them back to the opponent instead. Despite being the 3rd largest archetype in the game, Blackwings had quite a lot of bad support for some reason, and I feel this guy is the best example of that.
There is at least 5 spell cards that effectively do the same, just they don't need attributes. Yeah. What I guess this like only thing in favor that I can imagine is like it's searchable because it's a Blackwing? I don't know.
Coming near the end at number 8, we have a former TCG exclusive Bujinji Vorg. A light level 4 beast with 1200 attack and 1900 defense with the following effect. While this card is in face-up defense position, other Bujin monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. TCG exclusives tend to either completely break an archetype or make something not even worth glancing over on a boring stroll through the wiki. I get that Bujins are very much a defend the castle kind of deck, but pretty much every beast in the archetype does the job better than Vorg, mostly due to the fact that this guy is slow. You need to summon him, keep him alive during the next turn on his poor 1200 body, and then switch him to defense position, or simply set him and hope the opponent attacks into it with a monster with 1900 attack or less.
Yeah, it's so weird. I guess I mean I will assume that Bujin has like ways of special summoning this, right? So you can special summon it in defense. But even then.
And even then, you're better off simply running Hare, Quillin, or Turtle if you want your Yamato to feel safe.
Wow, alright.
The TCG give it, and the TCG take it away. Another pretty bad card from the TCG is this piece of Mermail support, Mermail Abyss Baleine. It's a level 7 water aqua type monster with 2500 attack and 2000 defense, and this is his effect. You can discard 4 other Mermail monsters from your hand to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. When you do, target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Mermail monsters in your graveyard if possible. This card gains 500 attack, and if it does, destroy those targets if any. You contribute 1 other attack position Mermail monster, this card gains the following effect this turn. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a defense position monster, destroy that monster.
What? What? You can discard 4 other Mermail monsters to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. What? When you do target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Mermail monsters in your graveyard, if possible. This card gains 500 attack, and if it does, destroy those targets if any. What?
This guy is basically the definition of wow, look at me, I'm big and strong, something the TCG thinks is important without balancing the downsides of a card. First of all, there's the insane summoning condition that requires you to specifically have 4 Mermail monsters in your hand so that you can't even benefit by discarding Atlanteans. Then you get to destroy up to 4 cards, which seems okay until you realize you discarded 4 valuable monsters for it, and then this guy gets 500 attack for whatever reason. Why not just make him have 3000 attack if this effect will go off anyway? Then you can also tribute a Mermail monster, which you probably won't have at that point unless you discarded Gunday, for this guy to get a drill effect. Overall, I think this card might have had potential had it not been for the obnoxiously bad summoning condition. Maybe if it required 4 water monsters or 2 Mermail monsters, it would be played at 1 in probably every 50 Mermail decks. But right now, nobody's saying would ever main deck this fail.
It's such a weird card. This is the type of card that I want to see in a Master Duel Master Chef. Like this is what I want to see in Master Chef, honestly, because that's an insane condition for something so underwhelming.
And for the rank 10, number 10, we round off with the worst support for one of the worst archetypes in the game, Ally of Justice Guard Hulk. It's a level 4 Dark Machine with 1600 attack and 400 defense with the following effect. If this card battles a light monster, it gains 200 attack during the damage step only.
I'm gonna predict what Chad is gonna say. Chad is gonna tell me, no, this card is actually good because light monsters are super common. Every deck plays light monsters. This card is good. This card is good. When is your opponent not gonna play a light monster? You need to be prepared. Why? There is always one person saying something like this when a card like this comes out. Oh my god, this is horrible. This is horrible.
Alright, I'm not exactly sure if I really need to say anything else here, but this is a monster that gets the most insignificant stat boost in the game on top of an already flimsy 1600 body, and that's only if it battles a monster of that one specific attribute.
Who's saying that? Dude, when we were building the Cool Toon deck, people were suggesting the worst cards possible to add to that. It's like, bro, what are we talking about? They were suggesting like this type of cards that we're watching right now. I'm saying it, yeah.
And yeah, sure, all Allies of Justice want to do is make the world a better place by exterminating the evil light monsters, but you know who also wants to make the world a better place? Well, Donald Trump, apparently.
What?
So yeah, there's your unfair comparison and political commentary for the day.
What?
Go play some Rank 10 trains now. Hey dudes, thanks for watching Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh's first video and I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe subscribe if you want me to further ignore my daily obligations and produce more Yu-Gi-Oh content instead. May the trains be with you.
Wow, this is gonna completely mess up my algorithm, but I need to like this. I'm gonna get recommended some stuff from 10 years ago. Like, I'm like, honestly, you know what? I think all of these cards are still bad, right? Unless I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure all of these cards are still bad, and that's awesome. We love to see it. We love to see it. What do we think of this video, honestly? There's another Alive Justice monster that requires a tribute where it gains 700 attack during the damage calculation against light attribute monsters. I feel like those cards were like weird even at the time. Mostly used to farm. What? But honestly, very interesting video to watch. I wonder what a video like this will be like now, right? Maybe there is. But yeah, very interesting to see these cards that were bad even then, and they are still bad. It's like weird design more than anything. Like, why are those cards made, and why were they made in that archetype? Yeah. Anyways, let me know, chat, if there is like what will be one card like it's weird with a weird support, war support archetype, but now. Right now, what would it be? I don't know if wars, but there's a lot of cards that are usually forgotten. Do you know that there's a Rise Seal card that no one uses? It's the yellow one, right? No one uses that one. But I don't think they are like opposed to the game design like some of these seem to be. But yeah.